can't read the comments for shit. Or you can
Your phone.
your phone.
Your phone, bro. What you gonna be doing with your phone, bro?
Reading my dubs and L's.
I'm
And the
thought you
topics for
paper.
behind the cage.
It's gonna be behind. You can't read them.
Try again.
No, I cannot go to YouTube and look on the live on YouTube and keep up when it's gonna be behind.
You gotta try harder.
No thanks.
You gotta try a little bit harder. Yeah, maybe.
Come in here just a bit. Yeah. Keep it tight, tight. Bring this down just a tad. Don't even need to be that high. Feel me? Up right there. Nah, that's a nut shot.
He was making fun of your knees last time.
In front of your mama's knees, not your mama. But I was just talking about my knees.
Crazy.
No, I wouldn't talk about Miss Pam like that. Whoever had my knees in their thoughts, your mama. What's good, Darth?
What's good, Darth?
You can see that, bro. You can't see that, bro? You can't see that from here? I know I can't, but you can probably see that.
See that?
Yeah. No, you, Negro, can you see the words in the chat now? Move it closer a bit.
Okay.
Never mind, Josh.
I'm not looking at it right
now. Yeah, clearly.
The real question is if they can hear the mics clearly.
Yeah.
You know, I'm blind. See that?
No, niggas blind. Niggas ain't never been blind.
Niggas have been blind their entire lives.
Never seen this nigga with a pair of glasses. Ever.
Because I wear contacts, bro.
You don't wear no fuck. Why would you just be? Why you just lie like that?
I've worn
How
contacts.
do lies just like pour
life.
out of you like that?
I've worn contacts my entire life.
That's actually crazy that you can lie like that. Like just so smooth like that.
My entire life has been contacts.
This nigga's a liar.
Like since the 3rd grade.
Crooked.
He's crooked as hell.
See? There we go. See.
No, bro, that's still crooked. No, bro, that's still crooked. Okay, cool. Mike's is good. See, behind the scenes, they're getting a sneak peek. Recording. Boom. Cool. All right, let's start this show. The nails or behind the cage?
You can flip a coin if you want to.
Do you have a coin?
Nah.
You ain't got a penny?
Nah.
You broke?
I got apps for that.
I
do have one. I don't feel like getting up to go get one.
You have an app though? Downloaded? Ready to go?
No.
Okay. Well then.
So you could just pick for us.
Fine, bro. I'll start off with W's and L's.
Yeah.
And I'll go first.
You want to introduce the thing so that when we
I'm about to. I'm just letting you know I'm going first.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Bad, yep. I'm cheating.
Yeah, no, the mic's clear. All right. W's and L's, the weekly recap show. We give a dub to the things that we like and an L to the things that we don't. I only have one dub. This week, and that is to the Schoolboy Q album. It's everything that I wanted out of it. May not be like a perfect classic. You know, you got to take time to designate something as a classic for sure anyway. But it is decidedly better than Crash Talk in a much better direction.
I don't know if I'll say it's decidedly better than Crash Dog. I've only listened to it like twice, so I'll reserve my judgment for a
Okay.
later time on how good it is in comparison to some other Schoolboy works. But I did enjoy the album a lot. I felt like he got a little bit
Personal.
I won't say yes, overall. I would say in the latter part of the album he got a little lazy. That's when we got some of them fucking 2-minute cuts. And
Sure.
I
sure.
looked up, we was on track 12. I was like, all right, it's a decent album so far. And then I put my phone down, picked it back up. We was on track 20. I'm like, how the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah. Okay.
How did we get here? And that
That's
was with
fair.
a bonus record too.
Right.
So, I mean, overall, it was a good record. I feel like we getting good music here as of late. 21 dropped, Vultures, now
Mhm.
Schoolboy.
Yeah.
It's looking like a really good year so far
Starting
for
to
music.
feel right again.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well then.
And then Drake dropped the last 2 years, so maybe we don't have to deal with that this year. Yeah, we don't have to hear that this year, and it'd be some other people. We waiting on. I guess Dot dropped in 20. No, Dot dropped in 21.
Well,
right?
But he takes 5 years to
I
drop.
don't give a fuck. Get up.
Unless he gives you another untitled, unmastered.
Get up.
Which you liked.
I did.
All right.
Maybe
something. You'll get that.
Or Cole definitely up.
Cole he got the fall. He got the fall off coming out supposedly. Chance. Chance got a
chance. But I mean, I'll listen to it when it come out. I'm not.
He just got to do better than the big the big flop. I heard something from Joe Budden's podcast where he was talking about female rappers.
I heard
and
the clip.
He said Cardi was scared
afraid to drop.
I think that's pretty accurate.
But see, this is my thing, man. Especially with celebrities. Why do y'all be so picky and choosy when y'all want to say this? There's so many people that you could say this about.
Oh yeah,
there are so many artists that you could say this about that are like legitimately afraid to drop.
Chance,
you be afraid to drop, and it really could just be a never-ending conversation about how these fake ass rappers are afraid to put out music, and they just live off of features and nonsense and beef in between their 3 or 4 year stints in between albums, and it's like. Yeah. If you saying Cardi is one of them, for sure, you're dead on accurate. Mm-hmm. You just didn't have to start that conversation at female rap because there's a bunch of your contemporaries that could be, you can hang. Well, not his contemporaries, he don't rap no more, but your male counterparts that you could probably put that label on. Mm-hmm. There was another part to that I wanted to say. Now I dropped completely.
Well, my whole thing is like I know for a fact that Cardi is probably pretty scared because she should have dropped with Up. Up was the perfect time for her to drop an album, and she just didn't do it. So I mean, there is at least some hesitation because if there was a perfect time, it was that single.
This whole Offset saga, I felt like was like the longest rollout ever, but no, apparently that's just real life, and she's afraid to drop music.
Yep,
afraid to drop music.
I don't know, man. We'll see. All right, on to my L's. I got a couple of doozies. I don't have a lot today, but I got a couple of doozies. But I'm gonna start off with some smaller stuff. First of all, one being an L for Ohio University, not to be confused with Ohio State University, which is here in Columbus. Shout out to the Buckeyes.
Ohio and Athens
has paused the awarding of race-based diversity scholarships following the Supreme Court's decision last summer to strike down affirmative action in college admissions. Now, I'm giving them a dub because that sounds pretty fucking damning right away, right? They're any kind of race-based scholarships, they're just pausing. I do wonder though if they're just doing this to kind of allow scholarships, but they just kind of word it differently, or they got to do something.
Wait, they're getting a dub for pausing the race?
No, they're getting an L.
Oh, okay.
They're getting an L. But I'm wondering if they're doing this to try to still allow those, but they gotta.
Man, you know where Athens at? It's in a pretty conservative part of Ohio. They took advantage of it. It's a Trump loyal kind of town,
and ultimately they get an L until they prove that they're working the other way around. This is an L for sure.
They can have it.
You're just going to get rid of race-based scholarships. Okay, all right. Well, get rid of your black athletes.
Yeah, I was about to say yeah. Like I really don't understand. I understand, but I don't get how people in higher education can stand behind that. So you're going to allow for athletic scholarships, in some cases for students who have no business being there academically, but then the students who could be there academically and maybe have their their path leveled out to give them equal footing with some of their non-white counterparts, because those kids have been getting private tutors for their SATs and their ACTs since they were 10.
Yeah.
Right. And that's just not something that other person could afford.
Yeah.
That person also is not subject to the same race-based discrimination that affirmative action was supposed to fix. You're still not taking the human beings that discriminate other human beings out of the equation. Right. It's like, oh, yeah, we'll take all the fixes for race-based discrimination away and just forget that race-based discrimination existed. The whole purpose for that being there was the fact that there are racist people within admissions that keep black people from going to college. But I guess,
knowing that
oversight,
knowing that those black athletes make you way more money than you're giving them.
Well, that's the whole point. That's the point. They can come in because they're making money for the university.
Yeah. Crazy. All right. Next L is not necessarily, it's a dub for this person. It's a Twitter user by the name of Zaina Bear. And Twitter now, or X, has it to where your timeline is not just the people that you're following. So I stumbled across this person by mere accident. But it seems that they might have some sort of following based in either martial arts or just swords in general. Black woman, because she's on there and she's basically like, what she was happy about was the fact that somebody had sent her a sword that she had on an Amazon wish list. Right. Okay. And it's this really nice sword, I guess maybe from Japan or something like that. It's colorful, all that stuff. And it just made me wonder, why don't we have an Amazon wish list
that people can get us stuff on?
You know what I mean? Like every now and then.
Do y'all love us that much? You're gonna buy shit on Amazon wish list.
I'm not a sword fanatic, but I'm a sneakerhead, so maybe you can pick me up a couple pairs of J's,
stuff for the pod, so that
or even
it would affect their watching experience and things of that nature. That would make more sense than buying us clothes and shit.
Well, if you want to give me J's, you can still give me J's.
Y'all can trick on him. Apparently, he wants to be tricked on.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, no, I mean that maybe.
It ain't tricking if you got it. But no, I thought that was interesting, and I've never even thought about that. But that also could just be a female privilege thing, because
it sounds
who doesn't want to buy things for women and not men? It's women privilege.
Oh, sorry. I'd rather not buy enough for nobody. Anyways,
that's insane. All right, on to the more serious L's. I'm sure you probably have this as an L too. I'm giving an L to Meek Mill.
Oof. Rough week.
Oh,
what a rough week.
Very rough week. Okay.
Yikes.
So, first of all, recently a lot of damning videos and just evidence and stories have been coming out about Diddy since the lawsuit with Cassie, right? I saw one where it was like he was talking to Justin Bieber, asking him like, why don't you hang out with me anymore, bro? And Justin Bieber stuttering all over the place.
It's a lot of nuts ass shit popping up now. And now I don't even know what's real and what's not. Like it's this clip of one of the Diddy parties where it was like Trey Songz was like recording, he was like on live or some shit.
Oh, shoot.
And Odell Beckham Jr. was to his left.
That's crazy.
And this nigga was like, hey, yo. And all of a sudden, Odell Beckham Jr. straightens up. And from the bottom of the camera frame, Justin Bieber just appears and turns around. I was like, what the fuck is
Nah, that can't be real.
I was like, what is happening at these parties?
That's crazy.
We already know what's going on at these parties. Fam, you know what? Y'all know me, bro. Y'all know me. Y'all know I am the petty king. I told y'all about Diddy a grip ago, like a lot, man, before any of this.
You kind of spearheaded
this. Shit is so fucking crazy how all this shit played out. I was just
we made the video right before we went on break.
I'm like, fam, we just need to have a real conversation about this shit that's going on with Diddy and him apparently adopting kids and bringing them in their house and shit like that. And these fucked up ass parties that you keep getting. Like, there's a lot of shit.
Did you tell me that Justin wasn't his son?
Justin Combs?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure Justin Combs.
No,
is
he's not.
his son.
He's not.
Yeah.
He's not.
Which I knew about.
You
Q.
knew about the one dude, the light skinned one, Albie's son.
Yeah. But then, Justin's not his son either. King Combs is his son. That nigga is the spitting image.
Yeah,
of
they
him,
look
but
just alike.
that's crazy. Anyway,
apparently he shot somebody with Justin too, according to. Well, you about to get to it. Never mind.
I didn't get to that part, but okay. So, a artist by the name of Lil Rod. Oh, producer. Okay,
Lil Rod.
By the name of Lil Rod, aka Rodney Jones, filed a lawsuit against not just Diddy, but his son Justin Combs, Lucian Grange, Motown.
Ooh, he's striking high on that one.
He is.
Go ahead, get that money, dog.
Motown, Universal, and a number of other John and Jane Does. Those like 10 other names, and multiple corporations as well.
Sheesh.
But apparently in these documents, they happen to list how Diddy was trying to coerce this man into some
wild ass situation
with him by letting him know that it's cool. Other people are doing it. I got this Stevie J video.
Okay, hold on. Now pause. Before you get into this, right? Because the shit he's about to say is shocking.
Yes.
But like, just imagine, right? You working, you in the music industry, right? And one of the biggest moguls in the industry, one of the biggest figures throughout your life is sitting up there talking to you. And he just told you some wild shit. Boom, lay down on the table, bend over. I want it. Excuse me, sir. Who are you talking to? You probably want to fight, right? Right? Like you mad. Hold on, bro. You got me messed up.
You trying?
I don't swing that way. I'm straight, right? Yeah. What's wrong with you? Then all of a sudden he pulls out your idol. Pick out your hero right now, whether that be in music, sports, entertainment, whatever, acting. Pick them out right now. Just think about it. Get it in your head. You got it? Okay, boom. He got this white man folded up in a bed. Folded up in origami style, just pile driving him into the goddamn bed.
Nuts.
Like, I mean, ankles over shoulder. He was looking at man in his eye. Ugh. Okay? Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, Elvis, whoever you thought about right now has this vanilla princess folded up in a pretzel.
Oh, man. Insane.
Just changed your whole entire life.
Yeah.
Man, I just couldn't imagine.
I couldn't either.
Like, I don't even know what I would say to him. Well, first of all, no. But then after that, I don't know what I would say. Like, like what? I don't think I can do this no more. I think I need to change my career path.
It just makes you wonder, like, all the people who signed to Bad Boy, at least at a certain point.
Damn, like that, like if this shit is true, yeah. Like if you was up under Diddy at some point, he probably tried to, look you in the brown eye.
Yikes.
But that wasn't the worst. Stevie J, doing origami with another man in the bed was not the worst.
No.
It was not the worst.
And so he's like, yeah, I got this Stevie J video. Here's him doing such and such. And then I also did such and such with this rapper and this R&B singer,
which was redacted. But then they gave an explanation of
I was like, why is there hints in the
why is there a hint
that weren't exactly subtle
the names? Well, but I guess I know why you would have to redact the name, because all this is still alleged and it hasn't been proven.
Okay,
and you don't want to get sued by any of those people.
But then
the pettiness that I enjoyed was the hints that he gave a male R&B star who was in the Super Bowl.
It has a Las Vegas residency.
And then a Philly rapper who dated Nicki Minaj.
Like, what are we doing?
Now the internet doing their thing. It's a lie from a year ago with Soulja Boy, Nicki Minaj talking about, do you think there's any rappers on the down low? Soulja Boy can't even hold himself. He's crying. He's crying on the live.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you're talking about. She like, I do. GD.
Yeah.
So, okay, let me make something clear, man. Just like when all of this stuff was coming about Will Smith, the allegations about Will Smith and Dwayne Martin or whatever, I don't give a shit. I don't care about whether or not Meek Mill like men. I don't care if Diddy like men. The part that I'm interested in is the victimization, right? And then also on Meek Mill's behalf, if this was a mutual thing for you to get your career or whatever, cool. But then you also have to atone for some of the closeted nature of your situation, how you can be so homophobic on one side and then be a gay man yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to have to deal with that. You're going to have to reconcile with that.
Yep.
Because on one side, you could have been more of an example for how to, navigate through that, being yourself in hip hop. See, that's what I don't respect. I don't respect the hiding of it. The let me give off this persona, tweet about juicy P word. You know what I mean? Like, let me
That
give
tweet was insane. If there's one thing I expect you to say, it's that, to try to deflect from gay
it's like,
rumors.
yo, don't give me that. Don't give me that. Because a
Ah,
real man, you gonna be you.
yeah.
Whatever it is you like. Even from that perspective with Diddy, like if that's what you like, that's what you like. And I don't it seemed like he didn't really have any problems with letting people know. Since he's just doing this shit openly with everybody.
This is how he get down.
He don't care. But Meek, you know what I'm saying? Like you could have went about this a whole nother way. You know why it's important for that though? Is because if that's the way you go about it, they can never use it against you.
I mean, look at the Isaiah Rashad situation.
You should have been forthcoming. Be who you are so that no one can ever use it against you.
But even crazier is if you are going to deny, I guess, a simple "nah, that wasn't me,"
Yo,
or
fam,
"this is bullshit."
I didn't hear a strong enough rebuke since all this shit is coming out. I ain't gonna lie to you. I have not heard a strong
just
enough
trying to get me because
denial.
I'm dropping the album and I can't be gay because I'm addicted to like. Oh,
for
stop.
2 years.
Stop.
2 years he had real beef, supposedly, with Aubrey.
Yeah.
Over all this shit with Nicki and the rap and the dissing each other subliminally and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Real beef. Anytime this man moved, you had something to say. You created a whole mixtape to talk about this nigga. I ain't heard shit for Lil Rod. I ain't heard shit about for Lil Rod. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. We gonna spin the block on that nigga. No.
Well, he wants to box academics for reporting on it.
Academics didn't even believe it. He didn't believe it. He was like, no, they ain't said it about me. They ain't said a rapper from Philly who dated Nicki Minaj. Oh.
Yeah.
Let's read some of these supers before we finish. What else was in that lawsuit? Oof, we got a lot. My bad. What's up, Darth? What up, Tony Rob? Connoisseur, triple salute. 3 of them things.
Appreciate you.
Tony Robinson said he prefers J. Cole over Kendrick. That's nuts.
Not that crazy.
What up, Groovy? I mean, I guess opinion-wise. Yeah, I don't agree, but opinion-wise. Yeah. He said, I bet Cardi's relationship will be her announcing. Her next relationship will be her announcing that she is dating Sukihana. Shut up, Tony Brown.
Sukihana is with Bobby Alhoff, so.
Let's see if we can get some more to what we're talking about right now. Connoisseur, triple salute. Meek making act seem like he's more masculine one in the situation. I would have accepted the boxing match with the quickness. I mean, you're right. Because I haven't really seen anything from Meek that would make me think he really about to do any damage anyways.
Facts.
Yeah. Tony Robinson, Hollyweird is just a huge sitcom. You don't know what and will happen in the next episode. That is right. And it gets freakier every time you go to the next episode.
Especially in 2024.
What up, D. Steezel? William Moloch, the VH1 behind the music video on Usher should have ended with Diddy a long time ago.
that honestly is the craziest thing, is that, like, I don't know if we just sort of believe it at some level.
Took it like, yeah, I'm living with this grown ass man, because he made it seem like it was so normal. So we just like, all right. And because you never really pay attention to boys in that way that you pay attention to women. You see a young woman living with another adult that's not their parents, immediately the alarms start going off. You don't treat young men like that.
With Kevin Hart, where Diddy is like talking about,
we used to wake up from wrestling or some shit.
We used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes. Fam, what are you talking about?
Because he forgot where he was at. He forgot that he was like in front of some people that he couldn't release his predatorism in front of.
Y'all used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes. 2 grown ass men.
Tony Robinson called Diddy a booty patrolman. That's nuts. Connoisseur, triple salute. Pile driving is crazy.
It is crazy.
William Moloch, appreciate the 2. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, bro.
Meet Millie is nuts. Holy shit. Oh my God. Appreciate the comments.
Yeah, man. He gets it now because you responded the worst way to any and all allegations.
Usher ain't said a damn word. Usher ain't said
And
it.
we don't.
But
We
people
wouldn't
been
even
talking
care.
about we've been getting Usher's business for a while now,
Yeah.
like since 05,
Yeah.
since Confessions, and he ain't never really. And that's really the only shit that he's confirmed
Yeah.
is the cheating with Chili. Any of the other shit, the herpes, the tranny, and all of that stuff. You know, he's never really said anything on it. So
Are you making more hits? That's all we care about with Usher.
because he mind his business,
Yeah.
he
no,
minds
for
his
sure.
business.
For sure. So
You
I
know?
mean, if Usher gay, Usher gay. Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah. No, again, it's not that consequential to my life whether or not y'all do it or not.
Yeah.
Really, the more interesting thing is whether or not you trying what lengths are you going to hide it, and then
Mhm.
behind that is anybody getting hurt off the top of it? Like, did he take it? Me, blink twice if you need some help.
Yeah.
I'm not even making a joke. I'm dead ass. Like, if he really did that, then maybe we should be going about this a different way.
Well, no, for sure. For sure.
Maybe you can stop being the butt of the joke if you was a little bit more real. Right? Because Lil Rod tell you straight up, like, hey man, this man tried to put something in my pocket, and I told him no. And then he showed me a video of my favorite producer ever doing the same thing to some poor soul.
Why does Meek have to be the butt of the joke?
Because I don't know. I don't know. Because he has to be.
Yikes.
I was about to say something crazy.
I know.
I'll get off of
I
it.
can tell. All right, my last L.
Don't finish that. It was more than there.
Yeah, I don't. My whole thing was about Meek. So if you got more,
Just apparently Justin Combs and Diddy shot somebody.
that ain't new for Diddy.
Nah, but what they did was, right, or according to Lil Rod, they walked in the bathroom with dude, they shot him, right? They both walk out, they call the police. Diddy tell homeboy, hey, look, make sure they know I wasn't nowhere around this. I ain't had nothing to do with it. Drags the nigga outside.
Diddy drags the nigga outside.
No, they have him. They have the people at Bad Boy at the time. Drag him outside, put him out in front of the building. Police show up, investigate, and they find that he was shot outside the building and never got into Bad Boy. This is all according to Lil Rod. But Justin Combs was in the bathroom with Diddy when it all happened.
Damn.
Another thing that he says is that Diddy told him that he was the one who shut up that club back in the 90s where Shine went to jail for all them years.
I believe that. I believe that.
Paid him off and
And
everything.
Shine took the charge for it. Yeah, I believe that wholeheartedly.
So now the lady who got shot is suing him or is trying to sue him.
Damn.
Because they said it was Shine the whole time. She knew it was Diddy the whole time. She knew it was Diddy the whole time, but she didn't have the evidence. Now, with this Lil Rod shit, she's trying to sue Diddy.
Well, you can't do that because the lawsuit hasn't gone through trial.
What hasn't gone through? Well, no, I'm saying, but
she can't sue based off of
new evidence. Off of new evidence,
but that hasn't been proven in court.
Let's
investigate. And then on top of that, what's the statute of limitations on that? Because that was 99.
What is the statute of limitations on attempted murder?
25 years
on attempted murder? I don't think there's a statute of limitations on that.
There isn't?
Well, I know there's not one on murder. Maybe there is one on attempted murder. I don't know. God damn it.
Statute
limitations on attempted murder.
Hey man, I don't want. If anything ever happened to me, my Google history.
He's gonna be like, "Hey yo, we need to pull you in. We need to talk to you. You're on a list."
If anything ever happens to me, clear my history, please. Oh, this is Ohio, New York.
Yeah.
There is no time limit to bring charges for crimes such as murder or crimes punishable by life in prison.
Yeah.
But lesser felonies have 5 year statute of limitations.
Ain't no fucking way it's a 5-year limitations on attempted murder now. Lesser felonies like damaging property over $10,000 or something like that.
Okay, some offenses such as the R word and murder have no statute of limitations. Most felony offenses have a 5-year statute of limitations period.
I just refuse to believe that attempted murder has a 5-year statute of limitations.
Yeah, that's tough.
I shot that nigga 5 years ago. I'm good.
Oh, okay. No time limits or statute of limitations for certain types of NY crimes include any Class A felony, which I would assume.
Yeah, attempted murder is a Class A felony for sure. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So then there is no statute of limitation. Okay.
For sure.
All right. Learn something new every day. All right. On to my last L, which I don't even know how to start. First of all, just white people be getting themselves into crazy situations. Like for example, Firefest, right? That's some white people shit that
Ja Rule
white
got
people will
them
get
into
into.
that.
And since I mentioned Firefest, let's talk about Firefest Junior.
What is that?
An event that just happened over the weekend, apparently.
Where?
Or just recently happened at the very least in Glasgow, Scotland. Okay. Let me set the picture for you. So apparently there was an event that was advertised. I don't know how it was advertised, maybe social media, but I know they had a website, and the website had like all these AI images of what was supposed to be like a Willy Wonka factory, like a real life Willy Wonka factory. You go to it, and obviously it's for kids, so they go in, they get to experience the chocolate factory. But like I said, the website had all this AI on it, so you really didn't get to see what the factory was actually like. It was $40 per entry for £35 since it's in the UK. $40 per entry for a journey filled with wondrous creations.
£35.
Journey filled with wondrous creations and enchanting surprises at every turn. But alas, this was the Firefest Junior, because when you got to this place, it was a factory, an abandoned factory, and all they had was like for example, you know how you had the stuff set up for MJ's birthday, and you had like a banner. Imagine like some of that stuff that you had that works because we're in a smaller area, spread across a huge abandoned warehouse with tables and shit in the middle. Like, oh, it was a shit show. I wish I could.
Were they staying in tents still? Were the little?
Well, no, it wasn't actually like a 3-day event or anything. It was all 1 day.
Okay,
that was the good thing. But the cops were called because this shit was such an atrocious look. Now, there are a couple of photos that were taken at this event that have become insanely viral.
Was Ja Rule involved?
Ja Rule might as well have been involved.
Tell me Ja Rule was
involved. You know what? I'll put the pictures in the thing. I don't have them really available. But in one picture, you see an Oompa Loompa, right? And the Oompa Loompas weren't short. They were regular. They were regular people. They were regular women who were dressed apparently in like Halloween, like sexy Halloween costumes for Oompa Loompas, is what one person said.
It was $40. You should have known. You should have known it was $40.
They weren't orange. One of them tried to do a little makeup to make them kind of look a little orange, but none of them were really orange. But in one picture, you see an Oompa Loompa who looks high as shit. There's smoke in the background in this like chemistry set. So it kind of looks like this is like Willy Wonka's meth factory, basically. You would think that the kids would get candy, right? Chocolate specifically, being that they're at the chocolate factory. No, because of the lack of funding
for kids.
Yes,
fam. I'm thinking this whole time it's actually like a Firefest. No, it's Junior, Firefest like Junior for kids.
Yeah,
Jesus.
And so, okay, they don't have.
I was thinking, like, why is it a bad thing that she's high? Everybody else is probably high.
Oh no,
no, they're not.
No. Okay, so you would think there would be a shit ton of candy or chocolate or something like that for these kids. But apparently, due to the lack of funding, or somebody probably scammed the fuck out of this whole situation. The kids were rationed out jelly beans. So each kid only got a max of about 3 jelly beans and a cup of lemonade.
What is this, communion?
It's the Firefest. The sandwich. Remember the sandwich?
The bologna sandwiches.
3 jelly beans and a cup of lemonade were all they were allowed to get.
Oh my god!
Actors and actresses knew pretty much ahead of time that they weren't getting paid. Oompa Loompas weren't orange, like I said before. Willy Wonka looked like a British Carson Palmer, which is crazy. Didn't have the hair or nothing like that.
Oh, it wasn't Timothy Chalamet?
No. And the worst part is that, okay, in Willy Wonka, there's no antagonist, right? The antagonist is like the flaws of the kids for the most part. Like
greed is the antagonist.
Gluttony, greed, stuff like that, right? And so there's no like literal villain. But here, for whatever reason, there is a literal villain called the Unknown. And it was this character that was supposed to be like a shadowy figure that was like a rival chocolate maker who lived in the shadows of the Willy Wonka factory. So meanwhile, these kids are having a already shitty
This nigga
time
just popped out
with
and scared the
3
shit out of
jelly
them.
beans and lemonade, and they're also being scared at this event from the unknown.
I was like, let's spice this shit up. Cut the lights. I'm gonna just run in.
Bro, like there was literally a guy. He looked like who's the one villain that's just like black and he's got like I don't know, I can't remember. The Babadook?
Babadook.
It
Yeah.
looked like that. Like he just appeared out of a mirror and all these kids start crying and shit. It's just like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Worst $40 spent ever.
Oh, insane. Luckily, like I said, somehow the cops were called. Well, somebody probably called the cops, and eventually they were refunded the money. Now, apparently, funny enough, the guy who started this whole thing, the company is called like House of Illuminati or some shit like that.
Oh boy. What a great thing to book for your children.
You know? And the guy's name is, funny enough, is Billy. That's the Firefest guy's name too, Billy. Gotta start looking out for niggas named Billy. Apparently he might have scammed this whole thing to pay for a wedding, is a rumor that I've heard, but not 100% sure on that. Apparently he had a refund everybody.
Epic.
But yeah.
No, we need to follow up on that. If he put together that whole ghetto ass Willy Wonka factory to pay for his wedding, he's a legend. He's a legend.
Well, he eventually had to pay them all back though. So, but like you can even look at some of the advertising and see that it's all AI because half the shit that aren't even words. Ensuring entertainment, cat decaying live performances, and a paradise of sweet teats. Like, Carchy Tons, Exarcer Day lollipops. What does that mean?
I don't know.
You saw this advertisement and thought, yeah,
and gave that man $40.
That's good enough for my kid. Don't be a family of, with 2 kids, $120, $160 down the drain. Insane. Yeah, no, white people have had a hell of a weekend this weekend in Glasgow, Scotland.
White people and meek.
Right. Anyway, that's all I got.
All right. Let's see what people talking about. All right, where did I leave off there? Meet Millie, I think, is where I left off.
Insane.
My boy Gray stopped in the middle of saying what's up to us to tell us what did he walk into.
Some insanity.
They're all still talking about the Meek shit.
That's crazy.
Sounds like a Nickelodeon audition with Dan Snyder. Yeah, absolutely. He didn't say the Dan Snyder part. I added that.
There's definitely probably a Dan Snyder somewhere in there.
At least they got public transportation. I don't know who that was for.
What the hell did I walk into?
All right, here we go.
It was a half cup of lemonade. Oh, it was a half cup of lemonade and 3 jelly beans.
Oh, the people. The half cup of lemonade is nuts. All right, here we go. 3 dubs this week. I'm feeling positive. My first dub is going out to Lanny Smoot.
The Disney guy.
Yeah, okay, so you know.
I almost added that.
For sure, yeah. I didn't think that was going to be a name that permeated because I didn't know it. But apparently he is a prominent Disney creator, whatever the fuck that means. I'm assuming he's created some digital technology, probably some viewing technology for Disney.
Mm-hmm.
He is being inducted into the Inventors Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Only one other Disney inventor has ever been inducted into the Inventors Hall of Fame, and it was Walt Disney himself. So a huge honor. Shout out to Lanny Smoot. Probably one of the last few great ones inside of Disney there.
I got a list according to his Wikipedia page.
Oh, go ahead.
At Bell. What's Bell? He worked at Bell Communications Research. So we'll skip that. But let's read that. At Bell, Smoot was known for his work on early development of video on demand and other video and fiber optic technology.
Nice.
At Disney, Smoot's accomplishments include the drive system for the Star Wars BB-8 droid.
Wow.
Interactive zoetropes for facial animation of objects. Eye imaging for superhero masks and helmets. Where's the Fire at Interventions. Many Haunted Mansion special effects. Virtual interactive koi ponds in Hong Kong Disneyland. Fortress explorations at Tokyo Disney Sea. Power City and Spaceship Earth. And lightsabers for the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser experience.
Wow.
Oh, other patented inventions include new ride technology and glassless 3D displays.
That video on demand joint really hits because a lot of this stuff is very Disney tailored, but like video on demand permeated throughout the industry, so that's huge.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely huge. All right, next dub I got is going out to Johnny Depp. Y'all ever had? No, let me watch how I say this. I guess
Oh,
y'all ever had an ex that you didn't want back, but like they always gnawing on your neck. They always trying to get at you. They wait till you get comfortable without them, and they just try to sneak back in there and say something.
with a
Now,
hey
you,
big head text.
yeah, well, hey big head. Now you don't want them. You hit them with the highs every time they come through, but there's still that thought in the back of your head, like, ha, they ain't doing as good. They still want me, blah yada yada, right? Johnny Depp has to be feeling this right now. Has to be feeling this right now because I knew at least a year ago that Disney had already tried before they started development on their all girls Pirates of the Caribbean that I think is going to get tanked here. It's seeming like before they started developing that, they tried come hell or high water when it looks like Amber Heard was going to lose her defamation trial with Johnny Depp. They tried so hard to get Johnny Depp back. And I know even at that point, they had to offer him an unholy amount of money because of the things that were coming out and how the public sentiment was turning it towards Johnny Depp's favor. So if they're now, as reports are suggesting, trying to get Johnny Depp to come back in their latest installment of Pirates of the Caribbean, man, they're probably somewhere close. I would say they're north of 50 million for sure for the one appearance. At this point, I'm wondering how close to 100 million they're offering them. They're probably offering them some royalties, some points on the movie itself
to get them closer to that number.
Does if Robert Downey Jr. got $20 million to do Endgame, the embarrassment that Disney put Johnny Depp through by being the first company to cut bait with him after the whole Amber Heard shit, yeah, at least double plus. At least double what you paid your biggest star in this company, plus a little bit. So 50 is kind of like the starting spot, I'm thinking. If he's even entertaining it, which I don't know he was. Because I had the feeling he told him to go to hell the first time they asked him.
And he could.
And he could absolutely tell him to go to hell now. But if they're serious about trying to get this done, 50, 60 million is what they're offering for one movie. For sure. A little bit of royalties on the back end. Because you guys, you assisted in ruining my reputation with my lying, turdy ex-wife.
Literally. Yeah, you're gonna have to unload the Brinks truck. The Brinks truck. Oh, you have to bring back
several Brinks trucks.
Yes,
several Brinks trucks. But that's definitely a dub for me because I would love to see Captain Jack Sparrow again. Back in Pirates.
I'm sure his pockets want to see him back on the big screen too.
I don't think he cares anymore, man. First of all,
he cares, but
he getting 10 million from the person who ruined his life.
Thanks.
So he good. I can sit back.
He don't care, but if I can milk this for all it's worth,
yeah. I mean, I guess the money is the money. I just wonder if he ever wants to work for these people again after what they did to him.
Yeah.
All right. Last dub I got is going out to Andre 3000, potentially giving us a hip hop album. So after being embarrassed, in my estimation, at the Grammy season, not getting really any consideration for that fucking bullshit flute album we had to listen to a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And Killer Mike going out there and cleaning up in the rap categories, being older than 3 Stacks, if I'm not mistaken. And him putting out that embarrassing ass interview where he was talking about, oh, I'm too old to rap. I'm not relevant. Nobody wants to hear me. Oh. I.e. you scared. You scared. Now, Joe Budden, why you ain't tell 3 Stacks he was scared? Because he's shaking in his boots right next to Cardi B. Yeah. They both pussing boots right now.
That's a fact.
And it took somebody else who is of his age group
in his camp,
in his era, from his town, to really show him up. Because Killer Mike was one of the first ones to come out and say, yo, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. Like that. I hate to even hear that come out your mouth because what the fuck am I doing?
Right.
I'm older than you.
Yeah.
Well,
or Big Boy. Big Boy still making albums too.
Winning album of the year is what Killer Mike is doing. While you out here talking about how irrelevant you are, that you got to play a fucking flute. he's winning Grammys. I believe he got embarrassed into teasing us with a rap album, y'all. I think he thought that contemporary shit was gonna take off. White people was gonna love it. I'm like, oh my gosh. Have you ever heard of Andre 3000? He's from a rap group called Outkast. That's such a lovely contemporary album with his flutes. And then they was gonna sneak this back way into getting a Grammy.
You got widely different target audiences here.
Hey, Stacks, you want a Grammy? Pick up a pen, a paper, get in front of a mic, and do what you know how to do.
Yeah.
You want a solo Grammy? Go get one. Go get one.
It's very simple. It's not easy. It's a simple process for a rapper.
He wants to come out and dominate the market and have everybody kiss his ass like they do Drake and the others nowadays. Well, you've been going too long for that.
Yeah.
So show everybody you him, or sit down.
Plus,
how I feel about it.
For a lot of people, an album is the only thing keeping you out of multiple top 5 lists.
You scared, bro, like Joe Budden said. All right. On to my L's list. I'm giving an L out to the state of Oregon. And I'm actually going to give a dub out to someone, or not a dub, I'm going to give a shout out to somebody while doing this, because I watched what is it called when you watch a TikTok on Twitter? Is it still a TikTok?
I mean, technically, yes.
It's still a TikTok if I'm not watching it on TikTok.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But you're not watching the TikTok.
I'm not watching TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get her name. Hold on, y'all. Blair Money? Do you see that?
Blair Imani?
At Blair Imani on TikTok had a beautiful breakdown about her breakdown. Jesus Christ. Had a beautiful breakdown about her hometown, Portland, Oregon.
Okay.
And she was talking about, she was writing a keynote speech. Supposed to be giving a presentation. And in doing a research about the state of Oregon, she started wondering, like, damn, why ain't no black people in Oregon? Really the Pacific Northwest, but why ain't no black people in Oregon? So upon doing that research, she goes back to the doldrums of history to find out that around the time that the Civil War struck up, right? It's a time of division in the country. Mm-hmm. Some people wanted to, release the slaves, like Lincoln said, like our president said, and other people wanted to keep their slaves and keep the economy going and keeping the majority of wealth in the South.
Yes.
And also keeping them niggas where they're supposed to be.
Absolutely.
You know what Oregon's answer to this very complex political issue was? We don't want to split up homes, good Oregon homes, over the issue of slavery. So to make sure that no home is divided here in good state of Oregon, we're not going to allow any black people at all, so that we don't even have to debate the issue.
Insane.
Isn't that fucking crazy? Isn't that fucking crazy?
You
didn't allow black people in the state at all to avoid the issue of slavery. Imagine being so afraid of racists that you just say, hey, yo niggas don't come around here. Don't come around here. Them folks don't want y'all.
Oh,
and now they gonna put y'all in some change. Y'all come across this border. Don't y'all ever come back around here now.
That's crazy. So did they send them up to Alaska?
I don't know where they sent
What's
them.
the situation with Alaska?
Where they sent them.
Why are there so many in Alaska?
It made it to Oregon. I don't know what the hell you did. But now, obviously, they didn't even get into the worst part. So, to enforce this ban, they weren't just going to straight up try to take your property or burn down your house or, do any things that they did in Tulsa or Chicago or Detroit or South Carolina. Mm-hmm. No massacres like that. Or Lake Lanier in Georgia and flood your town. Mm-hmm. Now, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. That's barbaric. We're in the good state of Oregon. We seek to protect people. So what we're going to do is we're going to enforce a lash tax. You know what a lash tax is? They got whipped. And the whips got higher. The quantity of whips got higher every year until they left.
What?
I'm going to put the TikTok video in the video later. But the answer was not only to ban the black people, But to keep the black people who were brave enough to go to Oregon anyways from integrating,
They had to take
we're going to
whippings.
fucking whip you every year until you move.
Is that where birthday punches came from?
Maybe. I hope not. I hope not. That is fucking crazy, right?
That is
In
insane.
Oregon?
No wonder Dame wanted to get out of there.
No, I mean it's no wonder that collective guilt has got to be crazy.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Oregon is one of the most left-leaning places, Portland at least, is in the world. That's the you can do meth and it's not illegal place.
Yeah.
So like, you know.
Yikes.
Jesus Christ. Oh, speaking of Portland, Oregon, the EMT responder that killed Elijah McClain a couple of years ago, 5 years. 5 years in prison. Cops didn't get anything, but she did. She was the one who actually administered the drug, so I felt like she probably should have went to jail.
That's crazy.
Oregon. Ooh, this is a good one. Ben Simmons is getting an L from me.
Of course, because why not?
Because he keep doing it to himself. Apparently, he has some article out with NBA.com where he was vowing to dedicate everything to the Nets. Give everything to this team to get back and be healthy.
Absolutely.
And then 2 days later, he was sitting down with back soreness. I mean, like, just hang it up, bro.
Yeah.
Hang it up. Let it go. Just hang it up, bro.
Like, who's going to pay that much money for you to just chill on the sidelines? And when you do play, you're passing the ball to the perimeter when you're underneath the hoop. Like,
apparently the Brooklyn Nets.
Apparently.
Yeah, but I don't think he makes it out of Brooklyn.
I agree. Yeah, teams have got to stop taking that bait.
I don't understand, man. Like in when was my first time going out to see Tia in Vegas? So this was the first time going out to see my wife. She lived in Vegas for a while. This was before we was married. So it was my first time going out to kick it with her. And I was at Cleveland Hopkins Airport, right? I'm in line. I got my bags or whatever, making my way through TSA. It's this downtown giant motherfucker, like just standing in line, dribbling a basketball. I'm like, yo, fam, you unruly as hell. Put the ball in your bag. Like, niggas ain't trying to watch no game right now. You need to get up through. He just off to the side, dribbling, doing, dribbling. I'm like, but you about to go to the league? Literally, I know this big, what do I call him? An apricot Australian turns around. I'm like, what's that? Quick Google search, LSU, power forward, Ben Simmons. God damn it, that's Ben Simmons. Apparently, he had been working out with LeBron at Quicken Loans that weekend.
It had to make his way back to Vegas.
Well, no, he wasn't going. I was going to Vegas. He was probably going back to Louisiana.
Oh.
Because I caught him at TSA. Okay. Yeah. Man, took a picture. I was so geeked. I have never been so disappointed about a celebrity picture in my phone ever. So disappointed. I'm like, man, I got a picture of Ben Simmons. This boy gonna be an NBA All-Star. Oh. So much hype. There's so much hype. That was the him and D'Angelo Russell drive.
Oh, damn.
It's like, damn, can we sneak up and get Ben Simmons at 1? Nah, we might just take D'Angelo Russell at 2. I don't know. We might get Ben Simmons. I just seen him at the airport. I don't know. Man, never been so disappointed to have a picture of a celebrity in my phone. It wasn't even like, because I wasn't even necessarily a big fan. It was just like, I'm going to be able to show motherfuckers, yeah. You know, we hopped the flight together. It's some slight shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that weak motherfucker.
But no, now I'm about to delete it. I'm going to delete the evidence.
For sure.
Ooh, man. I got double L's going out to LeBron, so strap in.
That man scored 40,000 points in his career, so
don't give a shit. Anyways, back to me being very predictive and what I be telling y'all and why y'all should tell all your friends that I be predicting stuff so they watch. I told y'all, and this was about, when did we first have the conversation about Bronny?
When he was smoking weed?
No, not when he was smoking weed. When I said that Bron was basically going to ruin his NBA career before it started.
It was sometime after that. Wasn't that when
he hadn't even committed to USC yet?
Yeah, it was sometime after that, I thought.
I was telling y'all why he was getting recruited that this wasn't going to end well because of how he talked about it. And it got progressively worse. right? Like while before he had even committed to a high school, LeBron was like, "Yeah, I want to stay in the league until my son gets there," which wasn't the worst thing to say, but still put a lot of pressure on the young man. And I told y'all, whether he's great and he's one of the best freshmen in the class, or whether or not he's a role player, putting that level of expectation on him is going to set people up to be ready to tear him down at the first fight of
It's
adversity.
gonna ruin him for sure.
You're gonna ruin him. What does LeBron do? Yeah,
Hands
man.
down.
Bronny can play in the league right now versus most guys. Fam, your son is not ranked in the top 40 recruits in his class right now. The offers he has right now are bolstered by where he lives, your name, and where he's from originally, where he was born.
Yeah.
Ohio State, USC. Like, come on, man. Those are reputation offers.
Yep.
Not to mention, he gets out there, he starts playing, has the condition thing, right? Has the setback with his health. Yet still, hey man, I want to play with Bronny. I want to be in the league. Da da da. Bronny's good. You got your not your agents, but your friends in the media chirping the same shit. Remember when Gilbert Arenas was talking that shit about Bronny? Oh, he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine. Fine doing what? Playing in college basketball for 3 years? Yeah, he'd be fine. Absolutely, he'd be fine. Not trying to get into the damn lottery, averaging 5 points a game. He's not even starting at USC.
Mm-hmm.
He don't even start. How is this man better than the other NBA players, according to his father? And now we get now that reality is setting in. Now we getting victim Bron. Oh man, just let him play basketball. Fuck you. You should have let him play basketball.
That's fair.
You should have let him play basketball. Not us. Not us. You offered him up to us on a silver platter. You said, I want to be in this league long enough to play with my son, and that's it. You put the entire future of your NBA career on your son being able to make it to the NBA.
Yep.
And there's only 50 players that go, what is it, 50 picks in the NBA?
Yeah.
It's 2 rounds, about 50 picks every year.
Yep.
So if your son is not one of the 50 best players in college basketball this year, he can't go. Same thing next year. And he's not right now. He's not. He's not one of the 5 best on his team. And the only reason why people expected him to be this year is because of you, not anybody else.
Yep.
You did that shit. It's so bad, I have to agree with Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith gave an excellent summation of this whole situation. The only person who should be blamed for the pressure that's currently on Bronny James is LeBron. Yeah. Shout out to Vanessa for saying what LeBron should have said. I just want him to be happy. I want him to play. I want him to go to college. I want him to be happy.
Savannah.
Who did I say?
Vanessa.
Damn. R.I.P. Kobe. Savannah. Savannah said that. I mean, I felt like he did him wrong. I felt like he upped the expectations when he didn't have to.
Yeah. Agreed.
You want to play in the league as long as you want to play in the league. Do not put whether or not LeBron's going to play for the Lakers in 2025 on Bronny James' shoulders. How unfair that was. But then again, I had to think back to why I figured he did it. Everything that LeBron says is intentional. He didn't say that by mistake.
Right.
He did not think about it. That wasn't off the cuff when he said it. Mm-hmm. It's intentional. It's part of the story arc, the LeBron story. LeBron's career now is more about the narrative and the legacy than it is about winning. Let's just be honest. And this is the second half of the critique. If I have to watch another fucking LeBron celebration in the middle of a loss, I'm going to throw up. I'm going to throw up. I don't give a shit if it was 50,000 points. I hate the fact that we are stopping the game to celebrate this man and we're losing.
It was crazy when he broke the record. It's even crazier.
We stopped the game. He's fucking crying. And then he goes on and sits the whole fucking fourth quarter because we're getting our asses kicked. And then this game, it's like, all right, he came out in that game against Washington, right? Crazy ass comeback. 19 points in the fourth. Nobody wonders why he had 12 points through the first 3 quarters. But great. He scored, 19 in the fourth. Crazy comeback versus a bad team. We won. What the entire fuck happened the next game? What happened? Joker absolutely bends over Anthony Davis for like the umpteenth time.
That happens
over and over and over again. Jesus Christ. Have some pride. And your man's ain't got nothing for you because he spent it all in the fourth quarter of the last game. This is not enjoyable basketball. Like NBA right now is not enjoyable to watch. But it's also not enjoyable. I've watched it through periods where it wasn't the most watchable product because of my team. Right. I cannot watch the Lakers right now.
Yeah.
I can't watch them. It is bad. It's not good at all. It's not good.
The worst part for me is that, had you asked me a couple of years ago, I'd have definitely said, look, if LeBron wants to come back to Cleveland and do a whole, tour for his last year,
he can go on back if you want.
He can have little halftime specials dedicated to him every game. Yeah, no, the Cavs are the second seed in the Eastern Conference. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. All right. We're fighting for, contention in the East. So, nah, you can stay in LA for sure.
I know I missed a lot of these comments. I'm going to try to catch up a little bit. Give Ben another L just because William Moloch said.
That was funny.
Triple salute. Ben Simmons is destined for a stint in the G League. Man, I don't even think the G League is in his future. Ben Simmons looks like a strip club security guard. Just big for nothing. Why wasn't he out there shooting? Delete that picture. Grace said. Oh, shit. Rod 82 said garbage. Absolutely. LaFlop James from Triple Salute. Yeah, Bronny barely in the second round in most mock drafts, and that's reputation. Again, that's reputation. Like a second round draft pick in the NBA is not even a guaranteed roster spot, and that's generous for a player who's not starting and not contributing as a bench player as a freshman.
Yeah. It's all about Bryce Maximus, baby.
He's playing behind Isaiah Collier, who's a top 3. That's my point. Like there are guys on his squad who are being touted as lottery picks, and he's not playing with them currently. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to envision him getting drafted just because of his dad, but even the mocks are because of his dad.
I would have made the joke that the son that he was talking about was Bryce Maximus, but I don't see him staying in the NBA until Bryce is NBA ready.
That William Moloch brings up a good point. I had forgot all about Zaire. Wade's son already got ruined in the G League, stinking it up. I don't know. I felt like he had some lower offers, some small school offers. I felt like he probably should have taken the college route. I don't know what it is about NBA sons and not wanting to develop in college. I don't get it.
Yeah.
But then, you know what? You got to think. Most of these guys today, their dads were one and done. Melo, Bron. I was going to say, some of them went straight to college. Melo was one and done. D-Wade played in Marquette.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why he ain't sent his son. I don't get that at all. But yeah, a lot of these guys is coming in now with sons. One and done. Or straight to the league.
It's the guys who were like not like legends. Well, no, even Gary Payton was a legend. It's the guys. It's not the super duper superstars. It's not the LeBrons and the.
You're right. Because the guys, like the middle tier guys, have got sons that play in the league for a long. Doc Rivers, Tim Hardaway,
Gary Trent.
What's another one? Domantas Sabonis.
Yeah.
Bol.
Klay Thompson.
Steph Curry, Dale Curry, right? It's those guys that know something about building your game and not necessarily being born with it. If you was born with your game, it's hard to teach somebody how to build it.
Yeah, most of those guys, they had specialties.
You know what I'm saying? Like LeBron was 6'5" in middle school.
Right.
He spent his whole life dominating basketball. Bronny's 6'2".
Yeah.
6'2" is a completely different game for him.
Yeah. Yeah, Gary Payton got steals. Steph Curry, Dale Curry was shooting out the gym.
Grace said Jordan and Kobe would never. Well, hey, look, you said it, I didn't. Shout out to Bean.
Jordan's kids didn't amount to nothing.
Joker is AD kryptonite. And what's crazy is that AD really been going off this year. But when he plays against other dominant bigs, like I hate seeing him play against Embiid. I hate seeing him play against Jokic. there was a time where he played Giannis real good, and I don't know where that's went. I don't know, man. I feel like now at this late stage that the AD trade was a bit of a mistake. Even though we've won a championship with him, and he's had at least 1 year where he could have been defensive player of the year, I feel like it's a mistake. Like the trade-off is an average about 35, 40 games a year that he's missing, which he hasn't done that this year. But we didn't had him for like 5-6 years now.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? That's
It's
spent
supposed
time
to amount to way more than
just one championship. And last year
run.
gave us a little bit of hope where they made it to the Western Conference Finals. I'm not going to discredit last season.
Sure.
But the same problems persisted. You still couldn't guard Joker. I don't know why we can't defend little mouse detective fucking Jamal Murray. I hate that guy. I hate him with a passion. I cannot stand Jamal Murray. What's up, Antoine Johnson? Long time no see. Can't coach them, don't want to play, don't hustle, they don't play defense. That's the truth. Lakers should have picked Tatum instead of Lonzo. That's an interesting thing, man. I feel like that trio between Lonzo, Kuzma, Brandon Ingram, if they'd have just kept those guys together. Now, that's hard to say because Lonzo's been injured.
Yeah.
But if they'd have just kept those guys together, man, I felt like they would be in a much better position with that core as opposed to what they tried to create by just getting superstars and putting free agents around them. It's not a guarantee. It's always better when you let them go through their lumps. That's how the Warriors got it. That's how the Warriors got it. And for some reason, them and the Spurs are the only franchises that are willing to do that. Even the Celtics trade off their young guys when it feels like it's at more advantageous for them.
They keep the Tatum and Brown, but
and the Heat will mature you through a program as well. But that's three franchises in the entire league.
Heat will go after valuable free agents as well.
They still got Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson and Bam.
For sure.
You know, they keep their guys.
But they're also not afraid to go out and get other people like, obviously, Kyle Lowry and Jimmy and guys like that.
All right, I got 2 dubs and then we can finish out 2 L's and we can finish out dubs and L's. First one is we're continuing to see the failure of news media. Vice News went out of business.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
Vice News and Vice.com both closed their doors this week.
They don't have, why can't I think of their names? These is Demero, so.
Which, well, just hold that for a second. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I didn't realize that this was going on, that so many of these media organizations were like closing up shop. I don't know what that means. Are we the new media?
Pandemic hit them hard.
We the new media.
And that too.
Come here for your news.
That too.
You feel me? You used to fuck with Vice? Fuck with Back of the Bus. I honestly thought that Vice was a part of HBO for a while because they had that deal going on, but apparently it was just a licensing thing. They just ran the episodes there. So
yeah, I think the pandemic started other forms of media growing, things like live streaming and stuff like that, and it just became less and less popular. Like BuzzFeed became less and less popular.
And I think they got into more of the Western social issues, at least on the online stuff that I can see from like their YouTube and shit like that, than as opposed to what they were doing 5-6 years ago when they were like doing ride-alongs with ISIS and shit like that. It lightened up just a bit, but
or when they were
probably because they couldn't afford it
when they were going through Chirac or
Atlanta. Shit like that. Yeah, I remember those joints.
21 Savage talking about
they'll bring that one random white guy with the black hair and the glasses. So tell me about what is this called? The Draco? Explain how it works. Interesting. And you don't go to jail for carrying this around. Interesting.
21 Savage said, "I'll beat the fuck out of one of these dudes." I was like, "Oh shit."
All right, last L goes to the dumbest streamer on the internet, who apparently has always been a rich nepo baby, and I never even knew. But it makes sense because of who his family is. Anyways, let's just get to it. Hassan Piker. If anybody watches Hassan Piker and has been paying attention to him this week, he said some of the dumbest shit he has ever said.
Okay.
Apparently, he thinks his job, doing what we're doing with you right now, is harder and more socially draining than the jobs that we all have. Right? Meaning in the chat, me and Josh are 9 to 5s. His job as a streamer is more socially draining and it's harder than our 9-to-5s.
I can't believe that for the simple fact that I know he has a team. He has to have a team of people.
Hassan Piker makes millions of dollars on his stream, right? So he's a millionaire. He comes from a wealthy family that came from Turkey. Cousins of Cenk Uygur, owner of the Young Turks, right? Has been from money from the start, like from jump, straight out the cannon. And I didn't even know all of that until, Abba and Preach broke it down. Shout out to them to opening my eyes. But, yeah, just dumb. So you mean the guy who picks up your trash and everybody else on your block's trash, your job is harder than his. Your electricity goes out at your house. Guy shows up and fixes it. Your job is harder than his. Guy who drives your kids to school in the morning. The teacher who teaches them. The resource officer that watches the school. Fuck. The DoorDash guy who comes and brings you your fucking food all day.
Absolutely not.
I can't think of one single job that is more taxing, or excuse me, that is less taxing, and that's going to pay me a livable wage than this. I don't know that it exists. If I could literally do this for a living, y'all would get 24-hour content from me. It would be a 24-hour back of the bus channel going.
But
We'd have
what
content
would make
24
that
hours.
much more sustainable is if you had a team of people that would make that viable.
But see, even before we get to the actual logistics of how he produces his content, we can just talk about what it is he does. You sit on your ass in the computer chair and you talk into a camera. Socially draining? Fam, first of all, no one makes you stream for 10 hours. No one makes you do that. No, literally, no one makes him do that.
No one makes him do that. But
if you streamed for 2 hours a day and had a normal work week, that's 10 hours a week. Who in their right fucking mind would ever say they had a harder job than anyone working 10 hours a week? What are we even talking about here? Oh, it's so draining. Arguing with people in my chat. I'm going to go sleep for another 12 hours and do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, you really got no argument.
Now, let me go lay down in my $1 million mansion and recoup so I can go sit in front of a fucking computer for 3 hours and talk.
Yeah, I mean, it's I'll even shoot him a very tiny bit of bail. It's harder than just sitting there for the time that you're
if
streaming.
He was doing it all himself, like you said,
but
maybe.
I don't believe he's doing it all himself.
But even if you were, and that's the only thing you do, you have forever in a day to edit videos, fam.
Yeah. Yep.
Like if you had from sun up to sundown to edit videos, would it be that hard?
No.
If I could literally sit there for 10 hours of a day before I stream again and just edit videos all day, would it really be that hard?
I'll give it to you like this. Okay, so editing W's and L's can take maybe an entire work day on the worst W's and L's days. And that's a 45-minute video sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do that every day. So like if you wanted to look at a actual work day, you would have to do that all week.
Yeah, to hell with Hassan Piker. So that's it for my dubs and L's. You can give us your dubs and L's in the prompt below. Tell us how you liked ours and come back every Wednesday for a new episode.
Absolutely. Make sure you subscribe. Like you said, we like to do this every Wednesday. So be here on Wednesday at 10 o'clock. And also make sure you check out our playlist full of dubs and L's where we talked about weeks past.
Now that we're doing this, I don't know which camera to look at when I'm doing the outro.
When you're doing the outro, look into that one and then read them comments to that one.
All right. Need to take a bathroom break, folks. 2 minutes. Be right back. We'll start behind the camera.
He's gone. What we really talk about in the chat. He's Jinx's nephew? I didn't know that. Didn't know that about, bro. Damn, just missed W's and L's. Yeah, bro. What you doing? You ain't get the notification? Oh, shit. You ain't get the notification, bro? What's up with you? You couldn't make a living if you two would and steal your heart. That's a fact. That is a fact. Let's see. Yeah, nah, bro. I'm gonna read these comments from here because I know y'all can't probably hear me. All right, what we talking about? What we talking about, people? I was asleep. What kind of excuse? Come on, bro. You asleep at 8:00? Come on, bro. All right. Anyway, number 13. My bad. It's like watching YMCA basketball, NBA basketball turn into a pickup game league. That's exactly what Adam Silver wants, by the way. He thinks that that's what's going to keep most people engaged is just offense back and forth as opposed to playing defense and shit like that. 9 to 5 easily is harder. Dealing with people in real life is always more harder. So that dude is speaking from a weak mental space. That's a fact. I mean, what's the worst that you're having to deal with as a streamer is people saying shitty things to you online, which I'm sure probably happens quite a bit for Hassan, but even then, your job is not harder, bro. Relax. What else we got? You want to see good fundamental basketball. Unfortunately, you got to go to a foreign league. You ain't never lied. Y'all got an ad? Did y'all really get an ad? Sorry, bro. We just trying to get paid out here. You know what I'm saying? Rent got to be paid. You feel me? What else we got? What y'all want to hear about in Behind the Cape? We got some stories, but if y'all got some other stories, let us know in the comments for sure. Delete that picture. It's hilarious. I moved it up a little bit. You might want to.
I was about to say, man.
Because I was reading into it, but then I'm like, the mic is not probably picking me up. So then I had to.
Kiss y'all through the phone.
That's crazy.
Kiss me through the phone.
678 Anyway. There's a typo for the AD comment. Oh, okay. I thought they got an ad. I was like, what? Actually, I'm pretty sure y'all probably should be getting ads at some point. I don't think we've been talking for an hour yet.
Have we not? Oh, we've been going for an hour and 16 minutes.
Maybe they did.
YouTube, baby. Damn, Vontae, wake up. Wake up.
Literally just told him that same thing. Hey, bro, what you doing sleep at 8:00 on a Sunday?
Maybe get ready for work.
Could be, for sure. At least thank you for rocking with us today.
Sure.
All right, Behind the Cape. First thing we should probably talk about, since it's like the popular thing right now, is the fact that Doom 2 just came out.
Ooh, that's such a good movie.
Oh.
Hey, man, listen to me. Listen to me. If y'all haven't seen Doom this weekend, you need to earmark some time this week, next weekend, whenever. Go see that damn movie.
Okay, so
I'm probably going to meet you up there because I'm going to see it again.
I need to earmark some time to watch Doom 2 and Doom 1.
Man. Anyways. Yeah, for all of those who are, not living under a rock.
That's crazy.
I'll be too busy
watching Kai Cenat, bro.
178 million worldwide. I'm not listening to you. 81 million domestically. I think 20% of the overall sales is through IMAX, so people really listened.
Yeah.
I'll claim responsibility for that because I told y'all to go see it on the biggest screen. But anyways, 20% of it through IMAX. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't even think there was enough IMAX theaters nationwide to run up something like that.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
I went to go see it on the Dolby XL, so still a pretty sizable screen. Not quite the IMAX size, but with the Adobe sound, shaking the damn chairs and shit. Oh my god, I'm gonna go see that shit again.
That's crazy.
Like you could feel the fucking force in your skull. The sound was shaking. I can't wait to go watch Dune again, man.
Connoisseurs said Josh always got to catch up. My boy is the true definition of binge watcher.
Boy, I tell you what, you don't even know the half of it, and there will be some content created around it. Just stay tuned.
No, there won't.
Stay tuned.
No, there won't be any content.
My boy's favorite thing to say is, I haven't even seen. That's
That's
his favorite.
crazy. It's not my favorite.
I haven't even seen.
It's not. I'm not a huge like Dune seems to be like Star Wars, and I haven't really.
It's better. It's
But
well,
it's
I
in the,
can't. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't say it's better. You know, I haven't seen. I'm really conflicted right now, yo. Like I feel like I'm cheating on Star Wars. Like I
You are.
don't even really watch Star Trek. Like it's not.
You cheating on Star Wars.
I don't mix my sci-fi quest genres. You know, it's I'm kind of an either or kind of guy. Now, if it's different mediums, like I'm watching Halo right now, and obviously that doesn't conflict with Star Wars in any way. It's a TV show, but Dune really is testing my Star Wars fandom. It is. It just is. Because what I watched was in that theater was attention to detail. It was devoid of any type of irritants.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing in there to flare people up. There was nothing in there to get people but the subject matter that they were dealing with was so sensitive. So the fact that they didn't do anything to set anybody off or have some fucking video essay written on the whole movie telling you why it's this, that, or is amazing. Because they were able to take these sensitive topics that everybody cares about and speak to everyone.
Sure.
It was man.
So they didn't
Such
take a
a good
message
movie.
and tailor it to one person, like
No.
or female empowerment in the Marvel.
You could feel that way. You could go in the movie and feel that way, and the person next to you could be a completely different demographic and feel the same way.
Okay.
Good movie. Great movie. I think it's the only 10 out of 10 we've given on the channel. Well, I mean, I'm trying to include you.
I haven't given it anything.
I'm trying to include you in it, but it's like, you know, it's the only 10 out of 10 Back of the Bus has ever given out. Doing 2 for sure. Mark that in your books.
I don't know. John Wick 4 was pretty good.
John Wick 4 was good, but I think we gave it an 8.5 or a 9.
Somewhere in there, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Connoisseur says Star Wars isn't made for men, so you're not cheating. I don't know, man. Oh, and then Tony Robinson said, so Dune is a steak and Rebel Moon is overcooked rice.
Yo, Rebel Moon is excuse me. Dune is what Rebel Moon wished it was. And I actually enjoyed that movie. Like, it wasn't the best thing. It was obviously a straight to Netflix release, so I kind of tailored my expectations. But what Rebel Moon tried to give you in terms of like a revolutionary story or like a war film, what they tried to do, Dune delivered it in spades.
Okay, fair enough. So the only reason I'm bringing this up is because it's Ryan Coogler news that I completely forgot about, to be honest with you. And that is the fact that he is apparently working on the X-Files reboot.
Right.
And the creator, Chris Carter, says that Ryan Coogler has got good ideas in the works for his reboot. Now that obviously scares me because I feel like
what the fuck does that mean? Yeah, what does that mean?
There's going to be some racism involved with the aliens.
Damn. Now there is an aspect that he can go maybe kind of like how they did with Watchmen, and they included the Tulsa massacre story into that. You know, with Angela Abar being a descendant of the Tulsa massacres. I just don't. I'm about to get disrespectful, y'all. He's not that talented. He's not Misha Green. He's not the people who wrote Watchmen. He's not that creative. Mm-hmm. So like, I feel like trying to mash that together with X-Files is going to take a very, very sensitive touch that I don't think he has.
Sure.
So I'm hoping he just tells an X-Files story.
You would hope.
I don't know if he's capable of doing it though.
Yeah. William Moloch said the X-Files, but in 1776. Connoisseur said somebody die in every episode. Just wait on it.
I'm trying to tell y'all, man. And you know what? That's the thing about X-Files. To me, it's never really been that much about like blood, gore. It's not even really murder mystery. It's more like scientific mysteries.
Yep.
Right? So like there really shouldn't be that much death in this shit at all.
but it's Ryan Coogler.
There really shouldn't be that much dying happening in this at all. The main character shouldn't die. The main character's parents shouldn't die. The main character's loved ones shouldn't die.
Shouldn't.
Death should not be a motivator in the X-Files. It never was in the TV show. So like, maybe I'm missing something. I don't know.
You're missing Ryan Coogler in your expectations.
Missing the fact that Ryan Coogler's making this shit.
All right, we're gonna say R.I.P. to Mark Dodson, who was passed away at the age of 64.
Yep.
The actor voiced in Gremlins and Salacious Crumb in Return of the Jedi.
Yep.
So
R.I.P. Mark Dodson.
R.I.P. for sure. I came across the story. This is more video games, but I felt like it kind of fit here as well. Insomniac and Naughty Dog are they had many layoffs. They were two developers who obviously had success with the Spider-Man series and the Last of Us series. So yeah, the fact that they're experiencing layoffs may not be so good for those titles and more.
Is it just news media that's suffering, or is it just media in general? I don't think I mean, we know the theaters haven't been doing great over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Now a lot of publications going out of business. Now video games. But I thought the economy was great. I thought wages were outpacing inflation. I thought,
nope.
Keep telling me that everything's great. And all these people doing layoffs.
Yeah. It sucks. I mean, Naughty Dog is also, well, at least at one point, we're behind Crash Bandicoot too, I think. And they were behind.
Naughty Dog was behind Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot, and they were behind the movie with Tom Holland.
The one with Uncharted.
Uncharted,
yes. Uncharted, and they did Ratchet and Clank as well.
Yeah, and Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. We'll see. The Spider-Man animated series is looking to continue the series, maybe, just like X-Men 97.
I'm down. Like, more so, even more than X-Men 97. Like, I'm more in on Spider-Man, the animated series, than I am X-Men 97. I think it was a superior show.
I liked X-Men too much as a kid.
I liked X-Men. You know how X-Men was kind of cheating? Because X-Men was already a team up.
Sure.
It got you hyped to see things like Blade and Spider-Man, or seeing all of the villains, or when who all popped up in Spider-Man? I think Captain America did. Wolverine popped up in there once before.
Mm-hmm.
So like those kind of crossovers always meant a little more when it was happening in Spider-Man, because he's usually alone.
Yeah.
But in X-Men, you got it in every damn episode, so it didn't really have the effect. It's kind of cheating.
Sure.
Rank these 3 animated series together. You got X-Men, you got Spider-Man animated series, Batman the animated series.
Ooh.
Rank them 1 through 3.
For me personally, X-Men is the highest. I just have, like, X-Men was just around a little bit more for me as a kid. Now, you might hate that I say this, but the Batman animated series was fire.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I just got it in reverse order. Like, I got Spider-Man, Batman, X-Men, which is crazy because I love X-Men.
Yeah.
Like, I got like 3. We got X-Force, Wolverine, Fall, Rise, X-Men Red, but that's not going to continue. And Immortal. So I had at a point in time I had 5 X books on my pull list. So I'm a huge X-Men fan. But out of the cartoons, yeah, Spider-Man, Batman animated series, X-Men. X-Men had the best theme, though. No,
best theme.
I think Spider-Man had the best theme.
I don't
Spider-Man.
I vaguely remember that, but yeah, no, I remember X-Men. The X-Men one is legendary. That's legendary. Yeah. Plus, X-Men had a video game that I was playing as a little kid too, so a little bit more interactive. I don't know. I just was into X-Men a little bit more as a kid. And if you really want me to see me be excited about any of this Marvel superhero shit, like, X-Men has to be a part of it.
I think as a pure television show, Batman animated series probably is the best.
Realistically, probably. But my childhood.
My
is
childhood
forcing
speaking to me
say,
as Spider-Man.
okay,
Sure.
mine is forcing me to say X-Men. So we're in the same boat. But realistically, yeah,
It
Batman's
was probably Batman.
yeah,
Shout out to Kevin Conroy.
for sure. All right. Ian McShane, star of the John Wick series, had some thoughts about the Continental, mainly that he was kind of upset that him and Keanu Reeves didn't have any real say in the prequel series, which, I mean, you wouldn't.
What would you have to say? What would you have done? Like, what input would you have had? Especially Keanu Reeves, who isn't even supposed to be born in this iteration of the movie.
And this version of this person is not you. So, like,
my only the only thing that I got upset with Continental is that they didn't make a mention to John Wick. You don't do that. Now, if you don't want to put him in the show and make him an integral part of it, that makes sense. Obviously, he's not alive. He's the only reason why we're watching this. You have to connect this back to John Wick. And that was the only thing that didn't make sense to me. I thought for sure May's baby was John Wick. Richie was John Wick's father. Yeah. And that's the reason why he's already, but they didn't give us that. So unless we're getting another season.
They made too many allusions to it, I felt like.
Yeah, like they was hinting at it, but we never got there. Never got there.
Freaked out about the flower in the first episode. I'm like, that flower is an allusion to the baby that
I'm thinking. Okay. But they never spelled it out. But this thing that McClellan is saying, like, fam, what was they supposed to do? You wanted to go direct?
And then he said it was a cash grab. I'm like, well, everything
is Ballerina not a cash? Are you gonna say that about Ballerina? If they make a spin-off movie about one of the other John Wick characters, are you gonna call that a cash grab too?
They're all cash grabs.
I mean, you literally put John Wick to rest in John Wick 4, and the director's already talking about there's going to be a 5. Is that a cash grab?
That's definitely.
Or just the one thing that you wasn't involved with was a cash grab?
Because it wasn't a cash grab for him.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yikes. Yeah, I didn't agree with that at all. Okay. Sydney Sweeney was on SNL.
She was.
She had a little monologue.
Jesus.
She made a joke about Madam Web.
Where she absolutely kneecapped Sony on national television.
Oh, yeah.
That Sony, movie, why don't nobody respect y'all?
That movie, Madam Web, that I wasn't in at all.
Oh, she was like, you see me here. You see me on Euphoria. You definitely didn't see me in Madam Web. Jesus.
Oh, man.
Absolute kneecap. Only a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman could get away with that in Hollywood.
Well,
only.
Dakota Johnson got away with it. She got brown hair.
Dakota Johnson is Don Johnson's daughter.
So Nepo baby.
Yeah, Nepo
privilege. Baby. Yikes. Yeah, no, that's two of the cast. That's two of the main cast. Just shouldn't be the movie that they're in.
The star and the co-star just kneecapping the fucking movie.
And it hasn't even been a month that your movie's been out.
Thing isn't on video on demand yet, and you making sure that nobody watch it on that either.
Oh,
that's
man.
Embarrassing.
That is.
Remember all of that respect that they have for the director and all that other shit? Yeah, she's been watching the movie like a hawk. They must have fucking hated her.
They did, for sure.
Like, damn. Like, even after it's already bombed, you just gonna stomp on your grave, huh?
Yeah. Yep. All right. Last thing that I've got is the show.
I'm giving you all that I've got. It's part of me.
You good, bro?
No. Space Jam.
No.
What's
that's
up?
Bullshit. Okay, remember the story I just told you about Willy Wonka, the factory, all that shit? The unknown, the shadowy figure, was played by a black girl.
Oh, racist. Jesus Christ. I knew it was deeper and darker.
Oh, gosh. Okay, anyway, sorry. Shogun is currently the best reviewed TV series within the past several months with 99% on Rotten Tomatoes.
If you're not watching Shogun or Halo on TV right now, you're not watching anything.
So,
if you're not watching Shogun or Halo,
do a quick style on Shogun for me. Like, I see it's samurai.
Yeah, so basically, it's sometime after the actual Shogun passed. He split the power up in Japan up between 5 lords, right, to rule together until his son is of age, trying to give him the best chance to actually make it to rule.
Wait, is it based off of another?
It's based off a book.
Oh, book. Okay.
Yeah, it's based off a book.
But there's no other show that I gotta watch.
No. You can start here.
And how many episodes is it so far?
So all of them, I believe, are on Hulu. But if you're watching on FX, you will be watching episode 3 on Tuesday.
I'm watching Shogun. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Sure.
That's
But anyways, basically,
crazy.
it's talking about how the Portuguese, kind of, well, first of all, how they hid the Magellan's Passage or whatever it is, that the trade route,
Yeah.
through North Africa and Southern Asia,
The Silk Road,
whatever. Magellan's Pass, that's what they call it, Magellan's Pass.
Oh, okay.
They controlled that, kind of separated the Japanese. Obviously, the Japanese and the Chinese hated each other, so there was nothing coming from the eastern side other than, Portuguese wrapping all the way the fuck around.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and so they didn't know anything, so they got Japan boxed in to the east and the west. Little do they know that even in that section, they're being divvied up between Portugal and, I think, Spain. Right, Chinese don't even know. They think that they're letting in Portuguese Christian priests or Catholic priests and people just so that, they can get trade going. They think that they're the big guy.
Yeah.
Right. Little do they know that they've already been sold off and divvied up. Okay. So when one of the leaders who was, elected when the shogun died, when he finds out about this, there's some English pirate who gave him the lowdown and let him know everything that's going on. He's going to plan to use them to drive a wedge to solidify himself that he can survive because he's getting ready to get impeached. He's going to use that knowledge that he just gained about the Portuguese, lying to them, to drive a wedge in between the other members so that he can stay in power and get the little kid into his throne. And that's kind of the basis for the show.
I was like, are we borderline giving spoilers now?
I haven't gotten that. That's pretty much the first 10 minutes of the show.
So while you were talking, I heard you. First of all, chill with the Wolverine talk in the chat.
What up, J.O.?
Chill with all that. But anyway, Connoisseur said, Josh, I'm watching Shogun later this summer. Josh, I still haven't watched Shogun. That's insane.
Legit.
That is insane.
I'm glad y'all are coming to know him like I know him.
That's crazy, Connoisseurs, because you're getting banned from chat. Bro, I'm gonna find a way to ban you from chat. Report, I'm blocking you. Anyway, yeah, no, I'm watching Shogun. I'm watching it. I need something
great
to watch.
Things are happening in the chat right now. Thank you, Antoine Johnson. Thank you, Johnny Oden.
Get out of the chat. Monique would never work in Hollywood again if she did anything close to that.
That's a fact.
Oh, Tony Robinson said, of course we didn't see her in Madam Web because they covered up the twins.
Hey yo, Tony Robinson is a menace. He gonna get us some sexual harassments in the damn chat.
That is a fact. Anyway, anything else we need to discuss? Because I'm not going down the Wolverine rabbit hole again.
No, you don't want to do that.
No,
there was one thing that we didn't mention. I guess it's unrelated to Behind the Cake, so maybe you can clip it out or something. We didn't talk about Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Didn't talk about Cam.
No, we haven't. I'll be honest. I haven't really watched the whole video.
Go.
Did he at least win?
Yeah.
He whooped ass?
Yes, he won.
Okay.
You know what? I think the whole thing was pretty ignorant, and I hate that it had to happen. You know what upset me even more about the situation, though? Is that there is a group of people, a group of black people, who cannot wait to get in front of their phones, in front of their microphones, whatever platform they may have, and tell the world how disappointed they are in all black people. They cannot fucking wait.
Fact.
I cannot stand those folks. You know the problem is the community. These kids have been disrespecting Cam Newton for years. And he's just trying to get these kids in here. He's just trying to give them an opportunity, and they disrespect him every time. Somebody really put together a compilation of kids talking shit with Cam Newton.
Yep, I saw it.
So, like, not to mention any of the success stories that came through his camp, Deshaun Watson, Bo Nix, Justin Fields, right? Who came through his 707. We're not going to talk about any of them. We're going to highlight idiots who do idiot stuff. And then not even accurately identify them because it wasn't children fighting Cam Newton. It was two grown-ass men. It was the two coaches from the competing team. So now you done condemned all black people and black children behind the ignorant actions of two grown-ass men who decided that they needed to fight a 10-season NFL MVP.
Hell no.
Don't sign me up for a tongue lashing every time a motherfucker do something ignorant, okay? I'm not part of your brigade, and if you disappointed in me, fuck off. So the Stephen A. Smiths of the world, the Shannon Sharps, the niggas that couldn't wait to fix their lips to talk about the black community. Now, Cam Newton, if you felt that you needed to do that, you know what? You from Atlanta. That's your city. If you feel like it needed to be addressed in that way, then you do it. They attacked you. You got a right to do that.
Yeah.
Everybody else, shut the fuck up. Shut up. I am not responsible for each and every black idiot across the world who may or may not do something.
Facts.
Don't hold me or my child responsible for the ignorant actions of others. Now, all of a sudden, we got a black community problem. No, you have a black community problem. You have a problem with the black community. Ain't no black community problem. You have a problem. You are so thirsty to come out here and show white people that you one of the good blacks that you can't wait to try and condemn the entire community behind the actions of a few.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a fact.
I wanted to say that last week.
I was gonna say that while you were talking, that like it's not just white people that are saying black people have a community problem, but
no, it's black folks.
It's
because they're so thirsty to show, hey, not me, them, yeah, oh bad, them, yeah, but me, yeah, all right.
Oh, Samuel Jackson and Django looking ass.
But then when you need us, you want to be part of the community again. I don't know why Terry Crews was on Shannon Sharp. I have no clue.
That's what somebody just said in the chat.
I have no clue why Terry Crews was on Shannon Sharp, but I seem to remember Terry Crews throwing Gabrielle Union under the fucking bus when she had that spat at NBC.
Yep.
So screw you not having no job or nowhere to live when Friday came out. Fuck you. Hope this shit happen again. The hell with you.
He made a lot of money off black people.
The hell on.
Off black people, like I'm talking like white chicks, Friday, my wife and kids, and then now all of a sudden,
talking about they didn't want to pay me my money. They didn't want to pay my money for Expendables. They shouldn't pay you for Expendables. What are you in Expendables for? Why are you in Expendables, Terry Crews? Let's go down the list of people and see who don't belong. We got Sylvester Stallone. We got Jason Statham. We've got Jet Li. We got Bruce Willis. We've got Randy Couture is in these movies. Stone Cold Steve Austin is in these movies. Then you got Terry fucking Crews. Who don't belong?
Terry Crews.
Every single one of them is an action star.
Or a wrestler.
Why are you here? What are you there for, Terry? You gonna flex your titties and then Expendables like that? That's what you here for. It's to flex your man breast.
And sing Vanessa Carlton.
Take your shirt off and do this shit.
Oh man.
Nah, now I'm done. I'm done ranting now.
Are you? I'm sure there's more stuff we can talk about. Let's look through the chat.
You can read the rest of the chat though for sure.
Nah, that's pretty much it. JL didn't want me to run from the Wolverine conversation. Nah, I'm cool, bro. We done already had the conversation. It's cool, bro.
Yeah, we was talking about the Wolverine Invitational, aka the NFL Combine.
Anyway, so it's been real. Make sure y'all join us next week. No blue. Go Bucks. Anyway, shout out to what?
Shout out to whatever. Go ahead.
I will. Shout out to the Buckeyes, bro. What you talking about?
Anyways,
you know what this is.
Give us a like, give us some comments, share the videos out. Be looking for the cut up edited versions this week on Wednesday and Thursday. Come back and kick it with us next Sunday.
Oh, actually, make sure you watch on Monday too. I
did the outro wrong again. I should have been looking up here.
No, you're good. I also didn't do the horny police segment that I wanted to make. So that's coming out on Monday. If you like horny police,
that's going to be his personal project. He's going to do that.
I'm not doing it every Monday. I'm doing
I'm saying the horny police thing is going to be him this week because I'm logging.
You were there in creation.
Was I?
That first week, the first time we ever did it.
I'm saying the one that you're going to put out Monday, you're going to do that because we're wrapping up.
No, but then we're also going to have Wednesday, maybe Tuesday.
Have Wednesday. Yeah. I'm saying Tuesday, the horny police segment this week is going to be all yours.
Hilarious too. Talking about Biden and Rachel Dolezal.
Oh, it was all
Yeah.
I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
I
yeah,
got you.
yeah,
I
yeah,
got you.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
for sure.
From last
From
week.
last week. Okay.
Yeah. I just didn't get a chance to put it out Saturday or Sunday. So
for sure. For sure.
anyway, on that note, yep, we out.
Song with y'all. Good night.